Let's try playing zombie on it. I'm very happy I did because I actually prefer using this control of the side scrollers instead of racers. It works surprisingly brilliantly and even has vibration support. What the hell am I doing with my life? I'm driving a caveman with big areas of a party thumb tree. And the best feature
It's an error, you fucking crazy bitch.
it turns. Yeah, it's a wheel. I'd like to think it does. I swear to God. That's it. No more wheels. I promise. There's way too many other stupid controllers to look at, so I'm done with all of the wheels. That reminds me, I haven't looked over at this episode for a while.
That was SEGA of America inviting me to test the Sonic Rumble through the iOS platform. I tried forwarding that to people that are judging me on my case management. They want to take me to Frozen 2 because I had COVID or I can't catch a virus that it's not a strand from people's shoes and shit. You walk around and shit. You supposed to think that pink eye is a joke and the strand of virus that they talk about was actually fucking telling them the truth and then mocking me saying that it doesn't make sense that what I'm writing anymore. Unfortunately, I'm gonna demonstrate that she wants to meet me there. She won't take me there, and like I have to basically write down what I'm telling them. I said August the 27th, be able to go and choose my case manager. If somebody is designated to take you somewhere, if they want to meet you there, why are they doing this shit? They don't act like it doesn't make sense in writing. I'm not using spell check. I'm just using the 27th of August, asking her for one date. And she wanted to take me somewhere out far to one of those weird facilities that you have to go and talk to people like a group open shit. She didn't want to take me to an appointment closer to that. I didn't answer the damn door. I Zoom called that lady and she's not even going to be there anymore. St. Luke's is not that bad. I was just trying to forward and actually not trying to get in her pants. I'm just trying to say that I had a damn appointment. Why can't, if you were going to take me somewhere far that one day and came, I didn't answer the door, then why are you doing this? We have to meet him there. We're going to walk there and get killed. I don't get any of the shit where they be able to tell you that they're designated to be able to tell you that you need to go to an appointment for if they're not going to actually take you there and you have to pay out of pocket. And I'm forth from thinking that since I was infected with COVID or whatever the fuck, or I was there for 9 hours at a hospital infected with something, that's why I was angry at everybody and initially did what I did. I'm not trying to get with anybody if that they're going to be like crazy and say you're a lunatic and I'm not even writing to her, like sexting her and shit, or filling on her ass or doing anything illegal. Like I'm not doing any of that shit to her. I just fucking told me this straight up, like to go fuck yourself, and I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. If she's my case manager, if you go for a date and time, they're supposed to take you to whatever the fuck, even if you have COVID or not. But I don't even want to go with them anymore because they feel the way they were. They won't fucking have me sign up for sheriff and spend like $10 going $5 from here, $5 from there. It's not worth it. I don't fucking if I had a job, I could have money in that, and I have money that I get, but it's not worth spending it on bills and shit. I'm not like spending it on weed or I'm not going to. It says as long as you didn't go to strip clubs or buy a liquor bottle and smoke meth and bongs. I don't have bongs and meth and all that shit. So I don't see why they're fucking giving me a hard time. And my bloodstream, there's nothing in it other than the medicine that doctor prescribes me. Is the only thing that I'm able to. I don't have meth bongs. I showed off what I had initially on my original channel in 2015 onward. I didn't have meth bongs and shit. I know I made this channel a secondary channel, but I wasn't on anything other than fucking the what I was subscribed, and I didn't have COVID initially, and then I got sick. I don't know if I got scratched by a raccoon or what, but we had raccoon infestation in the attic, and we had to get like some exterminator guy to come and put them in cages. And man, I got nicked by some animal or something. But I had a scratch on my arm on Twitter, and I logged out of it forever so people can dictate whether or not if it was an animal scratch, I should have been critically dead. And I don't fucking think that I had the perfect teeth and shit back a year ago when I had my pin video saying I had teeth in a mole and shit because it kept threatening me. And I go walk to the appointment or how to be able to tell you that this case manager didn't give a shit about you. I had a dude that drugged me back then when I wasn't disease riddled, and it just went downhill. And one fucking girl didn't want to take me anywhere because she didn't want to tell me that I'm disease riddled in front of my face. But then why the fuck did she want to meet me there? And it's just fucking weird. It's like just getting your personal business. I'm diabetic, but I'm not like fucking foaming from the mouth and shit. But she isn't stolen from somebody. And it'll fucking say it's Jonathan11 at yahoo.com is the email address that I put up there. Anybody can write to me, but I'm not going to respond to it. The case manager lady was supposed to be able to take me to an appointment if my insurance is paying her to do that, but she wants to actually meet me there and acts like I'm writing to her out of context and flirting with her and shit. I'm not doing that. I didn't even want them in the hospital to fucking tell you a bunch of crazy shit. They were hysterically saying no handcuff. They can't tell you any of that shit or you can sue them. I had the video of them fucking that I recorded what they were saying and they wanted me to have. They surely took the insurance money when I had the eye surgery for glaucoma, but they didn't want to fucking take it. They wish you go blind and can't dial a number or can't see anything after they do that surgery. I'd have been more fucked up than the shit they'll fucking have you meet them there and we'll fucking think you're gonna get robbed if you go fucking walk to an appointment. If I'm signed to SEGA and they don't believe it, the fuck the word doesn't make sense to them, they need to leave the fuck alone and I'll just go find another doctors or resources or some other shit. This shit ain't right. I don't know why the fuck they write a letter saying he was triggered by the neighbors doing that shit and he went out there and fucking shit creepy shit up and they wrote all that shit and read her a letter and fucking put their credentials on the line for her. If they all think that it didn't make sense for them to write that initially and then have them meet me Zoom calls because I was infected with COVID or whatever the fuck. I don't get why the fuck they're able to tell you they tell you one thing and they do another. So it's in writing that they can't go forth and discontinuing your insurance if they think you're using it at like touching their asses and shit. But I'm not doing it. I'm not touching. I'm not even around them. I don't even want to be around anybody. I missed a Zoom call. I didn't say anything appropriately. I fucking had all my clothes on. I had a COVID mask on because my teeth were all fucked up. And I don't think that it's fair to be able to be blamed. And they're writing me that they want to see your device. But what for? I already showed in writing when I'm writing to them and they're not getting the full message. They don't know what you're writing it for. If they're on the date and time, they're supposed to take you there. They're not supposed to be weird and say they understand what the fuck you're saying on there if you have the appointment on there. I'm not trying to fucking do anything other than go to an appointment. And it will forth and be like if you have it on writing, they can't go forth and say, oh, this guy wrote to me saying he wanted to go to a date and time for if it makes sense to me to be able to write the date and time for. They want me to write to them, but they don't want to do anything about whatever the fucking they just fucking crazy. If I walk there, if I get hurt by walking there, somebody robs me if I go walk to the appointment with thing going forward, they ain't gonna think that shit's funny. I'm supposed to spend like $10 from and to from the doctor's appointment. They still fucking have you paid $10 out. Back then they had me on chair. I didn't complain back then because I didn't think that it was like instead of going forth and they wanted to take me to another place after the appointment. I'm like, I don't feel like having to deal with this. If the case manager didn't want to deal with me, then why the fuck they'd have somebody designated to your ass? They go forth and think they didn't make sense what you're writing and all that shit makes sense. My parents do work and they don't fucking have to take off time and thinking that this guy's telling them the truth and then they're gonna go forth and screw you over to going to an appointment for. I didn't even go to my diabetic appointment back then. And they wrote to you saying come to the appointment. If they tell you to go to an appointment and you went to an appointment, then why the fuck are they making a big old deal about how to get there when you have to either take a sheriff or walk there? I'm signed to SEGA. They can't afford to be discriminatory with somebody because they're fucking impaired by an injury that I had, and I'm not injured anymore. I'm gonna go forth, and I don't have no injury other than this fucking infection of COVID or whatever the fuck. If they're scared about that, then why the fuck are they open their offices up to people that had even back then they had people that had COVID probably walking around in about their offices